Le nom dans la Torah toujours évoque l'essence. Le nom, c'est ce que tu es. C'est pas, on ne parle pas de nom donné arbitrairement. On parle maintenant de nom que Dieu donne. Dieu appelle une chose parce qu'elle est. S'il appelle une chose parce qu'elle est et il met son nom dedans, ça veut dire que ces gens-là, dans leur essence, ils ont Dieu en eux. Et regardez, chose assez remarquable, le seul peuple au monde, la seule ethnie au monde, qui sert le même Dieu que nous. Le Dieu d'Abraham, Dieu unique, éternel, n'ayant ni femme, ni fils, ni petit-fils, ni Saint-Esprit, éternel, sans image, sans représentation, le seul peuple au monde, c'est Ishmaël, l'islam. Tous les autres ont une représentation, ou pas de Dieu du tout, ou plusieurs. Le seul qui sert le même Dieu que nous, le Dieu unique sans forme, elle, c'est eux. Donc dans leur essence, ils ont quelque chose. C'est pour ça que c'est...
Shalom Mishpacha. My name is Rabbi Mort, and the video is going to be called Prophecies of Muhammad, the Ishmaelite prophet, in the Bible, in the scriptures. We'll start out with a quick prayer. Aromimcha Hashem, ki deltani, Shalu Shalom, Yerushalayim. We start out with Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 2. Hashem came from Sinai, and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came forth with thousands of his saints. The simple explanation in here is that the mentioning of Mount Paran is the Mount of Ishmael, which may refer to also Muhammad. We also discussed Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16.
חיכו ממתקים וכולו מחמדים, זה דודי וזרעי בנות ירושלים.
Yes, the name Muhammad does show up. It does say Muhammadim, but the name Muhammad is very plainly in the text. I also discovered in Isaiah, Ishiyahu, chapter 60, verse 7, which I'm going to read for us. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. Rams of Nebioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance of Hashem's altar, and he will glorify the house of his glory. So it says, and I will glorify the house of my glory. When he says, and I will glorify the house of my glory, it's referring to, it could only be Kaaba. In Mecca, the sacred house for the glory of Elohim that Abraham built with Ishmael. We keep going into Isaiah 60, chapter 1 through 7. In Isaiah 60, 1 through 7, a prophecy about a prophet bringing a light of Hashem to the world. This holy prophet or holy man would appear in a time of darkness, filling the world and covering the earth. He would appear to eliminate the darkness and spread the light of Hashem and his praises. In Isaiah 60, verse 3, we read, and the Gentiles shall come to the light. And that means this prophet would arise among the Gentiles, and his light he would fill this place where the nations would come and visit.
For Muslims, the Kaaba or the cube is a holy magnet, the very first house of God. Muslims believe it was built by Abraham, patriarch of the three religions, Muslim, Christian, and Jewish. We walk around the Kaaba 7 times, and we become one with all the human beings around us.
We touch the Kaaba because it's the house of God and we feel close to him when we touch it.
It's a never-ending circle that's continued through the centuries.
I finish this with Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but calmly, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Shalom.
الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه مكتوبا عندهم في التوراة والإنجيل يأمرهم بالمعروف وينهاهم عن المنكر ويحل لهم الطيبات ويحرم عليهم الخبائث ويضع عنهم إصرهم والأغلال التي كانت عليهم فالذين آمنوا به وعزروه ونصروه واتبعوا النور الذي أنزل معه أولئك هم المفلحون.
So what was it? Was there a golden age, or was there not a golden age? The answer is, I'm not going to tell you. I won't answer the question yet, but I think you may be able to answer it soon. Keep in mind what I said a few moments ago, that life is complicated. If we want to truly understand, we need to be willing to consider the true complexity of history. Some Jews who found safe locations under the Ottomans wrote to their brethren to inform them of the good news of a better life there. One famous letter is often cited in this regard, the letter of Rabbi Yitzhak Sarfati, and I'm going to read it to you. I've heard of the afflictions, more bitter than death, that have befallen our brethren in Germany, of the tyrannical laws, the compulsory baptisms, and the banishments, which are of daily occurrence. I'm told that when they flee from one place, a yet harder fate befalls them in another. On all sides, I learn of anguish of soul and torment of body, of daily exactions levied by merciless oppressors. The clergy and the monks, false priests that they are, rise up against the unhappy people of God. For this reason, they have made a law that every Jew found upon a Christian ship bound for the East shall be flung into the sea. Alas, how evil are Jews, the people of God in Germany, treated. How sad is their strength departed. They are driven hither and thither, and they are pursued even unto death. Brothers and teachers, friends and acquaintances, I, Yitzhak Sarfati, though I spring from French stock, yet I was born in Germany and sat there at the feet of my esteemed teachers. I proclaim to you that Turkey is a land wherein nothing is lacking, and where, if you will, all shall be well with you. The way to the Holy Land lies open to you through Turkey. Is it not better for you to live under Muslims than under Christians? Here every man dwells at peace under his own vine and fig tree. Here you are allowed to wear the most precious garments. In Christendom, on the contrary, you dare not even venture to clothe your children in red or in blue, according to our taste, without exposing them to the insult, or beaten black and blue, or kicked green and red. And therefore are you condemned to go about meanly clad in sad-colored raiment. And now, seeing on these things, O Israel, why are you sleeping? Wake up and leave this accursed land forever. This letter is real. It documents a certain sentiment at the time that was prevalent during the period of Christian persecution of Jews in Muslim Spain. This may sound odd to us today, but from the perspective of medieval Jewry, Christianity is an evil, violent, merciless, and bloody religion. And Jews wrote about how they suffered. Christians not only persecuted and killed Jews and Muslims in local massacres and crusades, they also persecuted and killed other Christians, whom they defined as heretics. In the Muslim world, while Jews, of course, did not accept Islam as an adequate expression of monotheism, they were far more favorable toward it and toward Muslims than toward Christianity and Christians. Jews wrote that Islam was a civilized religion, while Christianity was not, even if by Jewish standards Muslims were misled into believing things that, according to Jewish belief, were untrue. So when we consider these stereotypes, I'm sure some of you may be thinking exactly what I thought when I first ran across these. It's largely a reversal of the common Jewish perspective regarding Christianity and Islam today. So how golden was the Golden Age? The real story of Jewish-Muslim relations has always been affected by historical context. And now, after complexifying the topic a little bit, I'm going to give you my opinion, which you probably already picked up from my remarks. The position of Jews in the Muslim world was better overall than in the Christian world. In fact, overall, the position of Jews under Islam was the best that was available in the pre-modern world. The truth of the matter is that Jews and Muslims have always had a lot in common in terms of religion and culture and spirit and civilization. It would benefit both communities to learn more about one another and work toward pooling our resources and experiences so we can build a better world for ourselves and for the larger communities.